Cancer. This is your reading for this new moon in Pisces. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Thanks for joining me and liking all of that stuff. It really helps to get these videos seen by more people. So I hope this finds you well. Let's get the storyline out for you. Cancer. See what we've got today. Remember, if you're seeing this now, the collective reading will be up there, so have a wee look. There was a kind of element of time, the concept of, in that collective reading, and, you know, our ability to possibly choose the sort of speed lane we want to be in, like a, you know, sort of like the visual of a swimming pool with lanes in it. Right, so Cancer. Here we come out with the beautiful balanced card of Justice. In the Thoth deck it's called Adjustment, because it's all about trying to figure out, you know, that sort of equanimity, whether it's within ourselves or around us, that perpetual balance that we seek exists within this card. You know, I see within this that I think you possibly recently we see, you know, you're managing this Cancer with all the protective shell of which, you know, you can surround yourself with. I think you're really understanding something here. It's about how much you let in, how much you are able to express, that there is not so much a need for defense, that you really rejigging that balance for yourself here. And I'm speaking largely in the realms of emotion as well, and you'll understand why. So we see this ace. We know it's a really expansive image of the potentials of love in the way that it's expressed and received, and that it's not just funneled out for a few particular people, that it can be a very expansive expression. We do go through and clarify. If you haven't tuned in before, thanks for tuning in. Clarify with a few other decks. We've got the Nine of Wands here. We see a tension within this card. It can be about default habits of defensiveness. We see the Eight Wands in the background, all about swiftness and speed. And this Ninth Wand here is just preventing, is just putting a little tension down that central point. And there's a reason for that. It gives us a new understanding. You know, I hear the term look before you leap, but it's not so much that. It's think before you speak, before you act. You know, we want to try and live as consciously as possible, whatever that happens to be, like however that is. We want to be aware of our behaviours. So it helps, you know. So it's interesting. But I see that Cancer as a really, you know, you're kind of figuring this sort of balance out for yourself. And then we have 10, radiant 10. Thoth deck, it's called Satiety, because it is ultimate satisfaction in the world of emotions, of our emotional needs being met, of being able to filter and pour that out to others as well, because our cups are always at this point really full, and just giving it out there too. So there's been a bit of, or a lot of self-care leading up to that point, looking at these cards. So let's just clarify. Cancer. Yes, we've got the Star. A card itself of primarily, and I'm just going to pop her up there, of healing. Let's look at adjustment. Adjustment. It's a constant preoccupation is not probably the right word, but it's a constant in our lives, is it not, to always be seeking a level of balance, you know. It keeps the world turning, it keeps things moving, it sees us moving in new directions as well. So we have this portal of the world here, which sees us completing maybe a task of, you know, being able to instigate self-care is a lesson in itself, and it can propel us forward and onward in our own personal evolution. I do see that happening here. With that Ace, we're not, Ace of Cups, we're not afraid to experiment. We're very much aware of the fact that when there is a burden, when we are overloaded, we know that we can let it go. I think that that really is a conclusion that you've come to, that you're aware of your own needs in that sense. We then have this 3. There's nothing holding you back here, Cancer. There's nothing holding you back. You're propelled by this Ace with the 2 wands at the front, allowing you to see your authority, your resources, all these things in your own life and what you can do with them, and that nothing can sort of trip you up halfway along this journey, you know, because you've experienced things before. Certainly in this reading. Let's look at this 9. The 9. So large level of lessons in self-care and emotional balance, and how that impacts others. We've got the 6, a card of consummate generosity here. It's a fine line that we walk, because there's really no actual expectation of this figure that they will receive what they give back, but it's the simple act of giving that kind of in some ways channels us into a sort of really interesting flow state. And this 6, all the 6s are on that central point of the tree of life, which is about balance. It is about beauty. It's about harmony, equilibrium. This reading is all about that. And 10 of Cups, Cancer. 10 of Cups. We know, we have known, obviously, disappointment in the past. We have the 5 here. We understand this card to be a sort of a lesson. A lot of the 5, well, the 5s are really, it's like changing our perspective. We have the power to do that at will. With this King of Wands, we're not scared. For some of you Cancerians out there, or water signs, we're not scared to show the aspects of our character which encompass charisma, encompass been really kind of expression whereby you're really drawing people in, really have that capability. Charisma is a wonderful gift that is to be shared. So it's interesting. Let's get a Brian Froud for you, Cancer. At this time of the Piscean new moon. Oh. Vital life force, love force. This is radiating out there. A wonderful development. And rock, mineral, and crystal. We have hematite, self-healing, hello, grounding, right opportunities, and justice. On that note, Cancer, hope you got something from this reading. Check out titles that stand out for you of the other ones, and check out the collective if you choose to do that. Take good care. We'll see you next time. See you, Cancer. Ka kite, bye.